Welcome to Coffee and Candor. This is Chris.
Ross.
Brandy.
Amber.
And I don't know what we're talking about.
No, because he shot our whole wad in the first episode.
I don't think any of us know what we're talking about.
This is going to be a short episode then.
Yeah, so I just heard from Austin, and he wants us to talk about crime. Because
there's been any big crime.
He says we need
lately.
to quit with all this stupid shit.
Well, it's a good thing he's not the fucking producer. Jesus.
We weren't prepared.
Yeah, we don't do that's you get stupid shit when we don't do our homework. Sorry.
Suki has something to say.
Suki wants us to talk about crime.
Oh, okay. I don't know of any crimes.
Okay, I have a thing.
Okay.
Let's just talk about let's do something wholesome. Let's talk about thankfulness. Let's just go around the table and be thankful.
I can hear
Okay.
Austin sighing right
I know.
now.
Wow.
I told you not to do lame shit, Mom.
I'm kind of with him on that.
Well, then you come up with something, bitch. Are you gonna Brandy and blame that on me too?
Hey, that's not very wholesome.
I'm not very wholesome. I'm a feral housewife.
Oh my God. Oh Lord.
All right, well, you start then.
I'm thankful for my friends and family, even though they're dicks.
Ditto.
No, there's no
I hate the
dittos.
thankful thing.
Well, then what do we want to talk about? I mean, of course, we're just not prepared. Clearly. Y'all talk, and I'll try and find something we can...
Go to Am I the Asshole?
That's where I'm going.
The answer would be yes, she is the asshole.
Oh, you're the asshole. All right, but fine. We're going to tell what you did today. So we're on our way over here, and Ross goes to get out of the car. No, you said I'm the asshole, so I'm going to bust you out on the podcast. And so he goes up to the car and park, but doesn't do it. Starts to get out, and the car starts to roll, and he goes and looks at me.
It might have happened because she was.
I was literally not even talking to you.
Whatever.
I like the way you always want to put it on me. Yeah, so... You're a dick. So there's that.
Well, it's not a true crime story, but okay, you know, Britney Spears had her breakdown in like 2008.
My God, yeah.
And then her dad and an attorney were her co-conservators. Mm-hmm. And then the attorney didn't want to do it anymore, so her dad became sole in last year, was it? Or 2018 or something. So she went to court trying to get, you know, to make her responsible for her own fucking money.
Yeah,
to be
liberated.
And the judge said, nope.
And
I don't understand how that's
Me either.
possible.
I don't either, because like somebody said, because I posted the article and somebody was like, okay, wait a minute, she's still actively performing and doing all this stuff.
She says she's not performing if her father's...
I don't blame her.
Nope.
Yeah, I'm not going to make you rich off me. If I'm not competent to handle my own affairs, then I'm not competent enough to consent to performing. I don't blame her. I'd be like, nope, gravy train stops today,
I don't
bitch.
see how the judge didn't.
Me either. I mean...
That doesn't make any sense to me.
I don't know a lot about her personal life, but I haven't really heard anything.
No.
Yeah,
I
she
haven't
just
heard
seems to be
anything.
like...
Having any breakdowns or anything
She just
like
seems
that.
to be like doing life. You know, she performs all the
Fucking
time.
bullshit. You can't have control of the money you've been fucking making.
Making through your own talent and performances. And I mean, she's got 2 kids. You don't ever hear about, like, you know, she's not fit to be a mother. You don't hear about that. And those boys, they've got to be like probably teens by now.
I think teenagers probably.
You know, because when this all
I
happened.
haven't seen any pictures of them since they were babies.
Right, so she keeps them, you know, and that, so I mean, seems like she's doing everything right. Hey, hell, just because she had a breakdown 10 years ago.
Yeah, no shit. And the idea that if she violates one of these, and I'm using air quotes, restrictions, that her father gets all of her assets and money and everything.
That.
How in the holy fuck is that remotely legal?
I don't see how it is, and I'm like, I don't blame her one bit. Well, if I can't consent to making my own business decisions and running my own, like, corporations built off my talent and dance, and then I'm not can't consent to perform.
Yeah, exactly.
You know, I think he wants her to be his workhorse.
Mm-hmm.
Well, and the way that that's set up, she can't access her own bank account.
That's awful.
Without his permission.
Yeah, he has to sign off on everything she spends and does.
She can't go anywhere. Let me say that slowly. She cannot leave her house to go anywhere without his permission. If she breaks any of these fucking bullshit rules, she loses everything.
That's crazy.
I don't understand how that's even close to being legal.
It's like she's being held hostage.
That's absolutely
and everybody,
what it is.
It's like, I don't, like, it's public knowledge, you know what I mean? I mean, you know, because remember when that thing went around about Casey Kasem? They thought they were holding him hostage. You know, he died, but people were like, I think it was his, like, a wife or...
I don't remember anything about Casey Kasem.
Yeah, before he died for several years, he had not been seen in public, and like, you know, because he'd been married and had a family and then divorced and had another family, and they were saying that, like, the kids from the first marriage were being kept away from him, and they weren't having access to their dad and all that. I mean, so people knew it was happening, and they were trying to actively help him.
Right.
But it seems like everybody knows that it's happening to her, and the people that can do something about it are just letting it continue.
Well,
of course, they're getting rich off of it.
Well,
so
yeah, but I don't understand how the judge can say, yeah, no, that
seems reasonable.
Totally fine for a 40-year-old adult to...
Maybe he paid the judge off.
Something.
He has access all that money.
Yeah, a lot of her money. I mean, really, there's just got to be...
From what I understand, she can't even order a financial audit on her bank account
to see if he's being responsible with her money.
Wow.
Like being a responsible
that
caretaker.
Seems really, really
And the
shitty.
thing is, like we said, she has 2 children who... her livelihood is being taken and filtered away, but you know, someday that would all go to them too, and so it's just it's gross negligence. Okay, here's one on the asshole. I read this the other day and I was like, what? So I think, okay, so this person has a friend, and so they know each other, the 2 girls do, and their boyfriends know everybody just through the relationship. It's not like, you know, they're all friends and they got together or anything. They just went out to a casual lunch, and when she came, she hugged their friend and hugged the boyfriend and sat down. She thought everything was fine. So she gets a text the next day. Hey, Sego, don't take this in a bad way, but I didn't appreciate you hugging... I don't know what this word is, Malbane. I think that's just crossing boundaries. We should always respect one another, and that means touching each other's partners as little as possible and not following them on social media. If he wasn't my boyfriend, you guys wouldn't even know each other, so let's keep the same vibe. So, Mzala, next time you see him, a handshake will do, okay? Hope things don't get awkward. I just wanted us to get that out of the way. How's your day going?
How's your day going?
Yeah.
Okay.
And so the person said... I'm really sorry. It was so innocent on my part. I didn't even think much about it. I just greet people.
I thought that good morning handy was what we did, but
I just greet people with a hug. I wasn't even aware you would be uncomfortable. He was really friendly, and you were chilled out. I mean, my day's going cool until this.
It was.
You know, this. I'm really sorry. This is the first time I've heard of this. No one's ever complained before. You know, I don't mind when you hug my guy. It's all love. If that's how you feel, though, I'll respect it. And then a friend comes back. Firstly, that's you. I'm different. I prefer doing things this way. I'm not fighting, by the way. This is just how I choose to have things. If you don't,
I'm not fighting, by the way. I'm just a bitch.
Yeah, I'm not fighting. I'm just being incredibly confrontational for no fucking reason.
If you don't need to touch my boyfriend, don't do it. And if you do it, let it be formal and quick. Okay?
I would. You know what? Every time I got around them, I'd be like, "How are you doing?
How do you formally give a hand job?" That's what I'd ask her.
Well, I'm just thinking. I'm sure that hug was formal and quick. I don't think they embraced each other.
There probably wasn't any ass grabbing. I mean,
no, it's like, let it be formal and quick. Okay, you are okay with us hugging your boyfriend. That's you. I respect you, so you do as I ask. So I'm happy. Get me? Okay, now we're on the same page. Happy to hear you're having a good day.
I responded with, fuck off and don't
and she goes,
text me anymore.
LOL, I think you actually may be crazy.
No, maybe hell.
But this ain't, I wasn't trying any. Honestly, it makes no sense to me why you would do it anyway. And the person goes, well, wait, can I share this on Twitter? I would really like to see how many people agree with you because I don't think this is normal.
It's not.
It's not.
And the friend goes, sure, this is normal. People shouldn't just touch. People are going to agree with me.
I don't think so.
Oh, bitch, no, they ain't. You're crazy.
You got some serious.
Well, I'm wondering, like, what's going on in the background between her and her man. Something obviously.
He either puts his dick in everything,
yeah,
or she lets everybody put it in. I mean, like, why would you just like when we all get together, hug? It's not like, you know. I mean, look, what the fuck? That's just so
She's
weird.
got issues.
She clearly doesn't trust her friend or her man.
No.
And that's what it comes down to.
No.
I saw another Am I the Asshole? And it was really, it bothered me. And it might not, but, and I'm not sure it was in that group, but it was like one of those, asking for advice kind of things. And what they did, apparently they have a 6-year-old, this couple has a 6-year-old son. And he goes to school, and it's in an old building. So in the boys' bathrooms and stuff, they just have these urinal troughs.
Okay.
And he's shy. Mm-hmm. And he doesn't want to whip his willy out and pee in front of everybody else. And so he was holding it all day. And he started getting like really bad bladder infections and stuff. And they would ask him like, what's wrong, honey? Well, it makes me embarrassed and I don't like it. And so the mom talked to the teacher, and the teacher was like, okay, he's little. That's, sometimes it takes people time to adjust to things. Mm-hmm. The school didn't think it was a big deal. They were like, okay, if he'll just come up to us and tell us what the problem is, in the teacher's lounge, there's a bathroom that's private. He can go in there. No big deal.
Yeah, it doesn't sound like an issue.
Everything was solved. The teachers agreed. The little boy was happy with the solution. The mom was happy. Here comes Dad.
The boy's dad?
Yeah, the little boy's dad. He has a fucking fit. Starts belittling the little boy.
Jesus.
Well, that's mature.
Saying, well, you're trying to turn him into a giant pussy.
Oh my God.
He's going to be peeing in front of other men his whole life. He needs to man up.
Idiot.
Man up. He's 6 years old, bitch. He's not a man. He's a little boy.
Way to bully your fucking kid.
Right. And so basically, if he hears about him using that other bathroom, he's going to spank him.
If I was the mom, I'd be like, no, the fuck you're not.
No, you're not going to touch him. And said, he told the little boy, you either hold it or piss your pants. You don't go in there.
God.
And if you do, I'll spank you. That made me so fucking mad. I'm like,
I think I'd wait till Dad fell asleep and go in there and piss on him.
And I was like, and she was like, what's your advice? And I was like, you really want to know my advice? Leave your husband. I said, because if you think this is going to be the only time he belittles and damages your son, you're wrong. I grew up with a father like that, and I can just hear that coming out of my dad's mouth when I was little. And that shit won't stop. It'll just get worse. Mm-hmm. And if you don't want your baby damaged, you better chunk that man and try to put a male role model in his life that will show him really what being a man's about. Mm-hmm. A 6-year-old boy, that's just... And I mean, like, literally nobody had a problem. They're like, it's fine. He'll grow out of it, Until then, he can use this bathroom.
Mm-hmm.
Wow.
But no, you'd rather him get an infection or be embarrassed or piss his pants because you have some fragile ideal of masculinity?
God.
Fuck you.
Yeah, that's bullshit.
I would fucking leave a man over that.
Yeah, I would too. That's crazy.
Yeah, if I was the mom, when he said that to that little boy, right there in front of that little boy, I'd have been like, no, the fuck you're not. And if you ever say that again, you can pack your shit and get the fuck out.
To me, that's abusive.
Mm-hmm. It is. It absolutely is. I mean, it's bullying of your own kid.
Your own 6-year-old boy.
And it's absolutely
crazy.
Psychological abuse.
Absolutely. He does. He's going to be a pussy.
It's actually emotional abuse.
Right. And you can't, and like, that's going to ruin him. No, what's going to ruin him is your toxic masculinity and your toxic, like, this is what it takes to be a man, because he doesn't want to pee in a trough with 14 other boys. Big deal. He'll grow out of it. I doubt he'll still be doing that when he's 21. And if he is, how does that affect you?
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, exactly. That doesn't affect anybody. I mean, I'm 41 years old. I don't really want to piss in a fucking open trough with 10 other guys.
I don't think any guy would. And if they actually want to, then...
Yeah, then maybe they really want to look at willies. Because, like, I don't like it. I mean, like, sometimes in women's bathrooms, there's the gap. I don't want anybody looking at me, a stranger, when I'm going to the bathroom.
Making eye contact with someone in the gap in the door.
Isn't that what Wendy posted or something? You're like... wave, and they wave back. Like, oh shit! But yeah, I mean,
okay,
what
that's
the fuck?
a little strange.
But oh my god, that okay. I've talked about my friend Destiny before.